Residential Report Writing and Case Studies, Chapter 4, URAR, Page 1, Subject Section. Uniform Residential Appraisal Report, File Number Information identified in this section and the rest of page 1 is presented by the appraiser as a result of the collection, research, and verification process that is deemed relevant to the appraisal process as tailored for this assignment by the scope of work. Property address. Include the house number and street name and identify the street direction if applicable. A rural route number or a post office box number are not considered to be acceptable property addresses. Who is the owner of public record? In most cases, you will need to research public records for this information. In a purchase transaction, if the seller of the sales contract is not the current owner of record, this is considered a red flag by most lenders. Borrower. Who is the individual or individuals applying for the mortgage? This information should be on the sales contract. Or if a refinance, the client should have this information from the loan application. If the loan is a refinance, the lender will want to ensure that the borrower's name is the same as the current owner of record. Legal description. There are 3 common ways to identify property: lot and block, meets and bounds, and rectangular survey. This information can be obtained from the deed, preliminary report of title, etc. Many appraisers provide a reference to the location of the legal description in public records. This may be acceptable for some clients, but not HUD/FHA. For FHA loans, the appraiser is required to either insert the legal description in this space on the form or incorporate the full legal description somewhere in the appraisal report, as per the current version of the HUD Handbook 4000.1. Assessor's parcel number and real estate taxes. This information can be obtained from the assessor's office, treasurer's office, or tax bill. The assessor's parcel number is referred to as the property index number, or PIN, in some areas of the United States. It is a tax assessor's designator to identify a parcel. Neighborhood name and map reference. If the neighborhood has a common name, it can be identified here. Many neighborhoods do not have this distinguishing characteristic. Map reference is purely a local designator used by the lender/client to replicate the appraiser's identification sources. Census tract can be obtained from the internet. American Fact Finder. This is a free website and will also give you some demographic information relating to the area. Special assessments. The special assessments indicated here apply to obligations for public improvements for a particular area, such as sewers, water, curbing, or other street improvements. Such obligations are deemed to be short-term in nature. A prorated amount is added to the tax bill of each property owner until the costs of the improvements for the area are repaid in full. Are homeowners' fees paid monthly or yearly? Any property that is held in fee simple estate and has a mandatory membership and lien supported assessment by the Homeowners Association, HOA, must be classified as a planned unit development, or PUD. Property rights appraised will almost always be fee simple for residential properties with fee simple estate. All of the property rights are intact and no other encumbrances are in effect. The interest might be leased fee if the property is tenant occupied. Assignment type. If the assignment type for a purchase transaction, is the assignment for a purchase transaction? If so, complete the next section for sale information. If the assignment for a refinance transaction, check if applicable. Other could refer to a home equity loan or request for a foreclosure. Appraisal. If so, you will need to explain the other conditions for the assignment. Lender/client. A financial institution of mortgage lender is usually the client. The client is the party with whom you have an appraiser-client relationship and may be an individual, group, or entity. Most appraisal management companies, AMCs, engage appraisers as agents for the lender/client and therefore do not consider themselves to be the client. However, some AMCs do consider themselves to be the appraiser's client. If in doubt, check with the AMC. If the subject property currently offered for sale, or has the property been offered for sale in the 12 months prior to the effective date of the appraisal? If so, identify your data source, offering price, and dates. Here is an area where you may have to do some additional research. This includes offerings by the owner as well as listings by real estate agencies. Note that USPAP only requires an appraiser to research current listings of the subject, while Fannie and Freddie require a 12-month listing history. This is an assignment condition that is in addition to the minimum requirements of USPAP. Some of these form fields have additional formatting requirements as established by the Uniform Appraisal Dataset, UAD. We will cover the UAD requirements in the next chapter. End of page.